Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Spirit Guide message reading for you. Now, this message is undated because I am of the firm belief that whenever you come across it is the exact moment when Spirit wanted you to find this reading. If this reading does resonate with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So let's just delve right in now, Libra, and see what Spirit has to say. So I'm just going to move your fairy guidance and your witchling cards over to the side. Ooh, goodness. Okay. There we go. And this is the bonus tarot deck reading that we are going to do at the end. This is going to help clarify anything that comes up that, either Spirit says, okay, delve deeper into this, or something that I feel, needs a bit more clarification, or a path that you are walking down and see how you're getting there. And that will be at the end. So let's see now, Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus, what your Spirit Guide has to say. Spirit Guide message for Libra. Spirit Guide message for Libra. Spirit Guide's message for Libra. Spirit Guide's message for Libra. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Show me clearly. Fantastic. That's where the cards fell. We'll do it like that. There we go. That's where Spirit wants me to stop. At the center of everything is the Ace of Swords. That's lovely. Crowned by the Two of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. The Fool. The Universe. The Eight of Wands. The Hierophant, King of Fire, King of Wands. This is a fire sign energy in Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. Seven of Cups, and the Empress. Okay, we're going to switch these out. Show me clearly, 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 show me clearly. Libra, Spirit Guide's message for Libra. Spirit Guide's message for Libra. These two. Change and Spirit. Oh, I love that. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Spirit Guide's message for Libra. Spirit Guide's message for Libra. Okay, these two. Nurture and banishment. Out with the old and in with the new. That's what your Spirit Guide is saying. All right, so we start here with nurture. And it says, nurturing your inner child supplies you with the innocent joy of living. And that's going to be so true. It's kind of like connecting with who you once were. It's going to set you free. And that's just this way of looking at things, an innocence, a joy. Now, you might not have had innocence and joy in your childhood, and for that, I am sorry for it. But here, it's connecting with the child you once were and letting them be free. And that's going to take a burden off of your shoulders. And that's also going to move you forward in a place of loveliness, in a place of joy, in a place of happiness. The color that shines through here is green. That's healing and cleansing your heart chakra. Your heart is so important to you, Libra. You operate from the heart. You operate from a point of beautiful emotion. And for you, love is everything, right? So in this reading, what your Spirit Guide is saying is cleanse your heart chakra. Open yourself up to love the way that you want it. And open yourself up to loving who you once were. Whether you think, oh my gosh, I was such a foolish kid, or, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this, or whether your childhood was really bad. It's starting to love who you were, and you're banishing the negativity. And it says, you have the power to banish negative energy and unwanted problems. You do. You have the power to say, you know what, no more. And as you do this, okay, indigo shines through here, the color indigo, and that's healing and cleansing your third eye chakra. That's seeing things more clearly. That's trusting your intuition. That's trusting your power as you banish the negative and embrace the positive. Then we have change. And it says, expand your flexibility for change and you will enjoy the vitality of life ahead. Expand your flexibility for change. Open up to being like this butterfly, to transforming yourself. But also knowing, and what I love butterflies, and it's a little bit macabre, but butterflies are absolutely beautiful, right? And they flutter and dance upon the wind. And I always think of The Last Unicorn when I think of butterflies and, how they just their minds are like dandelion fluff and everything like that. But they're also attracted to carrion. To carrion. There we go. Carrion. There, that's the right word. To dead bodies. Okay? Dead things. So know that even though they are beautiful, there's a dark side to them. So everything in life, everything that is beautiful, has an underbelly to it that might not be so savory. And here, with change, expand your flexibility for change, and you'll enjoy the vitality of life ahead. Expand your flexibility for change, and know that as you do so, it might not always be embracing the absolutely exquisite things in life that come. It's going to be some hardships first, and then you're going to see the beauty within it. Or it's looking at things that aren't quite as beautiful as you would like them to be, but seeing the way you can change what you're seeing, okay, to be that beauty, to be that bounty. Then we have spirit. And this is just showing me that your spirit guide is right there with you, arms wide open, Libra, saying, I'm here, I'm here. Spirit is a flow of insight into the true self. So spirit, your spirit guide is showing you your true self, and you're embracing your true self with spirit. And so at the heart of this reading is the Ace of Swords. It's like knowledge is yours. You understand there's knowledge, there's clarity coming. This is God's source spirit. However you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge, of understanding, of comprehension, of cutting through doubts and fears. Then we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is saying you can do anything. Okay? You have all the options laid before you. It's like you can do anything, but you have to focus. And you have to start believing it within your mind first. And you'll see that if you start doubting yourself, if you start fearing, if you start, looking at things and saying, wow, I'm really just failing. You'll see that once you embrace that mindset, the failure, it comes. You'll start to slow down. You'll start to not be as creative or as innovative or as, inspired as you once were. So here, it's really important with this gift of knowledge that's coming to you that you focus on your mind. You focus on yourself, because this is clarity, this is understanding, this is your mind being razor sharp. But it's also going to be razor sharp with cutting yourself down. And your spirit guide is saying, here, focus on what you want. And again, you have the butterflies, you have the transformation, you have the beauty, you have the underbelly that might not be as pretty, okay? And you are transforming, you're giving yourself flight. But this is visualize. See where it is that you want to be. See how it is that you want to move forward. See what it is that you want to embrace. And then go for it. Go for it. Because with the Seven of Cups, you are expanding your truth. You are moving forward in your power. And then we have the Two of Swords. You're at a crossroads. You are at a crossroads. And as you're looking at things, there are going to be two very distinct ways of moving forward, because you're going to see one road and then the other, right? But it's not going to be just A or B. There's going to be another road that is more you that comes about. There's going to be another truth that is more you that comes about. And the only way you see this is by looking inward. It's by seeing what you desire. Now, it can be that this is aided by a fire sign energy in Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. But it's also here, salamanders in alchemy represent transformation. It's also that you are embracing first a kingly energy. So you're the actor upon the stage. People are taking note of you. They're taking note of your passion, of your drive, right? And you're embracing where it is that you want to stand. You're changing the game. So that opens up new avenues, new opportunities to you. And that's what your spirit guide is saying. Don't limit yourself. Even when you're looking at the future, there's some sort of insight that comes where it's like, don't limit yourself. Don't sit there and think, oh my gosh, it can only be this way. It can only be like this. Because spirit is saying, no, it's not going to only be like that. There's an opening that is coming your way that is breathtaking. It's bountiful. It's true. And I know, Libra, for a lot of you Libras, and this isn't, a base all Libras, but for a lot of you Libras, you like to be behind the scenes more. Well, with the King of Wands and the Hierophant, you're not really going to be behind the scenes at all. And with the Empress right here, you're going to want to be. Okay, there is that strong desire, but there's also a sense here that you claimed your throne. You know where it is that you want to sit. You know where it is that you want to stand. And so as you're looking at your truth, the world starts opening up to you because you start seeing new avenues. And Spirit is saying, don't limit yourself. Don't sit there and put yourself into a box. Why? Because the rest of the world will already do that for you. They'll look at you and instantaneously they'll judge you. They'll say, oh, you have to be like this, or oh, you have to be like that. And then you start breaking down that judgment. You start, tearing apart the box that they put you in. Any thing that you have described yourself as being lacking in, any disabilities, any despairs, any heartbreaks, any pains, you're going to see that you start to break free from it. Right here, the universe is opening up to you, and you become this incorporeal being, this being of snow and of air, and the sky is the limit, far beyond the sky. But there's a clarity. This is almost like a scrying pool here. So you know how whether you believe in scrying pools or not, but they say that when you look into the water of a scrying pool, in books and in mythologies, and even folklores, you could see clearly what needs to be done. Now, is that because they just cleared their mind and focused on something that had nothing but their reflection coming back at them? Or did it really hold power? Who knows? But you're going to see that if you calm things, and what your spirit guide is saying is if you calm things, and if you focus on almost nothing, it's not, sitting watching YouTube videos, it's not, doing something. It can be doing something very repetitive. It can be like knitting or, stitching or something like that. It can even be, out doing yard work or, something, okay? Even going for a walk, something repetitive, something that makes your mind not focus on a screen or on a book or on something, Now you start to expand your ideas. You're going to see insights coming your way because Spirit is saying, Libra, you need to quiet your mind in order for you to hear them. Because the world is going to be opening up to you, and they want to make sure that you're heading down the proper road, that you're not going to trip yourself up, because the Empress is claiming her throne. The Empress is saying, I deserve to sit here. I've earned this seat. I've walked from hell and back. And I deserve my claim to my truth. And that's absolutely it. You do. You deserve the claim to your truth, the power to yourself. And as you claim this throne, you have the horses above you. Rhiannon is sometimes said to be the goddess of horses. All right? So there's a sense of movement here. There's a sense of power. And as you claim your throne, as you take in the messages of Spirit around you, you move forward in your truth. Rhiannon was also cast down. So when I say you are reclaiming your throne, it's because she reclaimed it. She had her throne ripped from her. She was accused of terrible crimes, of eating her child, after she had given birth, and she hadn't. Her child had been stolen away. Yes, her child wound up coming back, and, everything was settled, but she lived for 7 years in servitude. She went from being a queen to being nothing. And that's what I'm seeing here. There's a sense and there's a part of you, Libra, that has taken away your worth or had your worth taken away from you. You're reclaiming it. Doors are opening. Power is coming. With the 8 of Wands, things are going to start changing rather quickly. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, but you leap. You leap and you find truth. You leap and you find power. You leap and you go after what you desire. So the 8 of Wands is saying, bounty is coming. Changes are coming. You have to step back. You have to take it all in. And then you leap. And you leap over doubts. You leap over fears. Your angels and your spirit guide. Your spirit guide is right there with you. Joseph Campbell, he was a great mythologist. He said, follow your bliss. So it's time to follow your bliss. Steve Harvey said, if you jump, you will fall. You will fall. And he should know about falling. He should also know about jumping and succeeding. So know, if you jump, you will fall. You will fail. You will land flat on your face. You get back up. The first jump's the hardest. And I know you're sitting there and saying, well, how do you know? How do you know you will succeed? And how do you know that you won't? And not everybody is going to have Steve Harvey's success. Not everybody's going to live in a mansion. I mean, that's just it, period. End of discussion. But with the Fool, it's saying leap towards your heart's desire. Follow your bliss. Your bliss is not my bliss. Your bliss is not going to be anybody else's bliss. Your bliss is uniquely yours. Claim it. Own it. Okay, it's kind of like being on a catwalk strutted. Go after what you want. And it might not be that somebody else sits there and sees your bliss as being blissful. My mom raised 6 kids all by herself. That was her bliss. Was it hard? Yeah, most definitely. But she raised 6 good kids. Other people looked at her and said that she was absolutely crazy. That's it. Everybody's bliss is different. And you might sit there and say there's no glory or fame in that person's bliss, but it's still theirs. So don't sit there and judge your bliss, judge your path off of how much accolades you can get from everybody around you. Right? If you'll become a world famous movie star or a rock star or anything like that, I know it's what everybody wants to be. But so few people can be that. That if that's your calling, go after it, most definitely. But don't miss your calling. Don't deny yourself your truth. Because you want everybody else. You want to conform to what everybody else thinks is successful. Go after your bliss. Jump. Because you're going to see things start to change. And as you focus on what it is that you want, you claim that throne. You claim your power. You know your truth. Then we go to the Hierophant right here. And the Hierophant is a Taurus energy, a time frame of April 20th to May 20th, You claim your power again. Now, the quote I love when I see the Hierophant, and it's just coming into my head, it's by Picasso. And he said, my mother said, if I were to be a priest, I would become Pope. If I were to be a soldier, I would be general. But I became an artist and I became Picasso. Again, I am not telling you that you are going to be world famous. Okay? I am saying here that you are going to excel at what you go after. You are going to excel at what your soul wants. And as you do so, you're going to feel more and more in your power. And why that quote comes up is because, yes, this is Taliesin. Yes, this is a bard. He's a holder of stories. Okay? But in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Hierophant is a pope. Now, the importance of a bard and a pope, well, the bard told the stories to the people, kept the history of the people, and was able to sway their public opinion of things. Right? So you wanted the bard to be on your side. The pope was considered kind of like the king of kings. He told kings what to do in an age where nobody told a king what to do. So here, there's a power. But there also comes a power from the faith within your words and the faith of where you sit. If you do not have faith within yourself, Libra, it's going to be like a house of cards. It's all going to come crumbling down. The Wheel of Fortune is showing that sometimes it will be hard, most definitely, to have faith within yourself, to know where it is that you stand, to know how it is that you want to move forward. You're doing a 180. Everything is changing for you. And as you're on this 180, as life is changing, and if you're at a high, yeah, that can mean that you have a low. But it's a low that makes you see things differently and makes you, sit there and go, wow, I'm at this crossroads. I know what it is that I want. I'm banishing the negative. I'm banishing and I'm embracing the change, and I'm knowing that Spirit is right there with you. If you're at a low, that means you're going towards a high. And who the heck doesn't want that? But know that while you're going through this change, and it doesn't mean it has to last forever, it can be a very short period of time. But as you're going through this change, you're going to feel like you're on a roller coaster ride. You have your highs, you have your lows, your lefts, your rights. You're like, oh my gosh, I want off. That's what life is. It's a roller coaster ride. You have your great days, and then you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and you could just not want to get out of the bed. Or your back could be hurting you terribly, or you have a terrible headache or something. It's a roller coaster ride. It's okay. Know that everything is changing. As you claim your power, as you sit on your throne, as you say yes to the knowledge that is at your heart. Now, I don't have you claiming this knowledge yet. Right? It does not mean it will not come in your subconscious message. But right now, this knowledge is what's leading you onward. It's like, oh my gosh, there's a clarity that's coming. There's an insight that is around you. And as everything changes, you start embracing your power. You start seeing the different avenues. And you start to say, I can, instead of I can't. You start to see the possibilities that are around you, the way that you're moving forward. So don't deny yourself that right, because it is your right to be able to move towards what you desire. So how do you withstand this roller coaster ride to embrace this knowledge and this change? How does Libra withstand this roller coaster ride to embrace knowledge and change? How does Libra withstand this roller coaster ride to embrace knowledge and change? Show me clearly. Show me clearly. Ooh, of course, it fell on the floor. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 minute, please. All right. So, of course, this is the most important card and the one that you need to hear. It's going to be at your heart. Do not mind my squeaky floor. and my squeaky chair. Okay, just going to lay these out quietly. So the one that got away, but then we got it back, is the 10 of acorns, the 10 of wands. And this says here, responsibility and dedication. So the 10 of wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is a person carrying 10 wands. It's kind of like enough is enough. You've been carrying burdens, and now you're starting to see a clarity. You're kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's responsibility, it's dedication. It's saying, okay, Rome wasn't built in a day and it didn't fall in a day. What you are wanting to achieve and succeed at is going to take time, even if you've dedicated decades to it, okay? Spirit is saying, do not give up. Because you have here the 6 of crystals. This is the 6 of pentacles. And this says here, synergy and gratitude. So you're going to see that there's a connection with your inner child towards the letting go of burdens, letting go of things that were once, they seemed really important to you, but they're not really important to you. They were actually distractions. And I see you here getting more of a focus to what you wanted when you were small, but this is also here with the 6 of crystals, the 6 of earth. There's a sense of looking at things true. That's it. Yeah, there's a connection. There's like a way that you've been seeing things, and it's kind of like you were pre-programmed to see it this way. All right? And it's kind of like change that view, change that understanding, because as you do so, you turn inward. Contemplation and wisdom, right here with the Hermit, leads you to union and harmony, leads you to the 2 of shells, the 2 of cups. So as you turn inward with the Hermit, as you look at what you desire, it leads you to harmony, it leads you to union. And this is saying here, follow your path. Follow your path. You're looking at a crossroads, and those 2 roads might be 2 decisions, but neither one of them is yours. Neither one of them is you. So follow your path here, Libra. Your spirit guide is saying that's so important for you. It's so important for you to follow your truth and embrace your love, because your love is what you have this absolutely unwavering passion for. There's something that calls to your heart, and you've been ignoring it. Then you have the Traveler. Now, what's interesting is you have the Fool here, and you have the Fool here, the Traveler. And this is adventure and potential. So it's taking a leap of faith as the world opens up to you towards adventure, towards your potential, leads to the 6 of feathers, which says transition and insight, which is like, okay, now it's time with the 6 of swords to see how things transcend, how you move forward. And at times you're going to be so confident, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got this. I couldn't get this any better. And at other times you're going to be like, no. I didn't sign up for this much change, or I didn't sign up for this much happening. Okay? So step back, know that you will have anxious moments, right? As you jump, as you leap. But it's going to be worth it. With the 5 of crystals, the 5 of pentacles, this is persistence and new possibilities. So your persistence is moving you forward. There's a sense here of not giving up. New possibilities come, and they bring in a change that happens rather quickly. It leads you to being the King of Pentacles, which is courage and commitment. As you leap, there's a success that comes. Again, the actor upon the stage, the success that you take, you seize, and you claim power to. This leads you to seeing who to trust and who not to trust, but also releasing old fears, old doubts, old wounds. And it's not releasing old wounds, because you can't release a wound, but it's healing an old wound. And it's knowing, yes, it will ache you at times. Yes, you'll be reminded of it, but it will not have the power it once did. And that's setting you free. Now, the repeat of the number 6 here is talking about nurturing. It's talking about caring, okay? Saying take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Then we have the Page of Shells is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer, over the Hierophant. And this is intuition and insight over your traditions, over being true to yourself. There is going to be someone along the way, Libra, who's like, oh, don't you want to do it like this? Don't you want to do it like that? Shouldn't you think of it this way? Shouldn't you think of it that way? Stay true to you. Stay true to you. Or if you love me, you would just, okay, no. Okay, you'll get that a lot, Libra. Because you're so based off of love and relationships and connection with people and balance. You like to keep the balance. That's why you're Justice. Right? That you'll try to keep the balance and forget about yourself. Don't. Page of Shells, being a student of your heart as you stay to your traditions, brings you to the 7 of Crystals, the 7 of Earth. And this is options and results. So you've planted the seeds. You're seeing your harvest grow. Everything is changing. Know that you're heading on the right path. You're going to want things to happen sooner. Your spirit is saying, like, you're going to want to shake it up and be like, okay, apples just fall from the tree, or just let's go, let's get ready, let's have this. And they're saying, wait, be patient, because the results that you see that come through your patience are going to be so much better than the results that you see that come through force. Spirit is saying, I do not work in force. I work in divine force, yes. I work in spiritual force, yes, but I do not work in human force. And that's something that trips all of us up. Your subconscious message, and this leads you to love and insight, success, understanding. Your subconscious message, ooh, golly, okay. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. You feel stuck. You feel overwhelmed. It's like, which way do I go? What do I see? Your emotions run high. You're going to feel like, I can't move. I can't move in the direction I want to. You can. You can. This is getting way too much in your own head. And believe me, I do this all the time. It's like you way too much in your own head. And all of a sudden, you're psyched out before you even started. So stop. Step back. Step back and know it's not going to be as bad as you thought it was going to be. It's not going to be as devastating. Because there's something here that you're thinking about. And it's subconsciously. You're not doing it on purpose. Purposefully, you're like, okay, I got this, I'm banishing the negative, I'm in the positive, nothing's going to hold me back. Subconsciously, it's like, wait, do you not remember when you failed? You could have failed when you were, 8 years old, up on stage, you couldn't remember the words to a song. Or something silly like that, but devastating. Or it could just be something that was really small. Your friend looked at your picture that you were drawing and they went, really, that? Okay, so here, it's saying, yeah, I have scars. Because we all do. You can't have a rainbow without rain. I love Dolly Parton's song. You can't have the rainbow without rain. So understand that. And understand that every single scar that you have lived through, every single hurt and pain and disappointment, yeah, it's going to make things harder for you because you come with baggage. Everybody comes with baggage. But it's also going to give you such a unique insight into things. And it's going to give you a compassion of existence that is beautiful, because you know what pain is. Instead of just suck it up and go and do it. You know what pain is, so you can come to things. Yes, you have to do what you don't want to do in order to get to where it is that you want to be. And sometimes a stiff upper lip, absolutely necessary. But when you come to things with compassion, when you come to things with heart, you change the game. And that's what you're doing. You're changing the game for yourself, because you have to change the game for you first before you can change it for anybody else. And that leads you to the stinking magician. I love it. That leads you to being able to conjure the existence that you want, being able to fly free. The magician here is willpower and creation. You're having the will and the power to create the life that you want, to not be held back anymore, to be powerful and beautiful, and to claim this time as your own, because it is. All right, Libra. Your magician is also saying that you work closely with Spirit. Have that connection. Sit in meditation. Go for a walk. Talk to Spirit out loud or in your head. It doesn't matter. If everybody thinks you're absolutely bonkers, it doesn't matter. But have that connection with Spirit, because it's going to take you far. And it's going to make things beautiful. And you have the power to create it. You have the power to manifest it within your life. The Magician is a powerful, powerful card. It's also a card that says, it's almost of blind faith. It's like, of course I can do this. Of course you can do it, Libra. Just go. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. And may harmony always be with you. Bye.